Broadcasting live, KSLA News 12 This Morning starts now.
At this minute in Arkansas, historic flooding threatens hundreds as levees break and residents brace for the worst. How much it may cost taxpayers. New information at 6 o'clock. Shreveport police nab a suspect following a deadly shooting Sunday. A question we are working to learn the answer to. Is it Malia Davis? Investigators in southwest Arkansas found remains of a child Friday following an alleged confession from her stepfather. We break down what we know this morning in just a second. But first, your first alert forecast, what we can expect coming up for your Monday. Let's check in with James Parrish. James, good morning.
Good morning, Adrian. Today is going to be another hot and humid day for most, but I want you to notice something. By 8 o'clock this evening, we could be tracking more scattered showers and thunderstorms, and I wouldn't be surprised if we had a stronger thunderstorm impact the I-30 corridor late this afternoon or this evening. I'll take you hour by hour through Feature Track to show you if you'll see rain later on this afternoon, coming up in just a few more minutes. Right now, rain, not a big problem, but we could have some areas of fog out there. That's why we do have reduced visibilities across some parts of the Arklatex. But I'm not expecting anything widespread or anything that's really going to slow you down out the door first thing this morning. But don't be surprised if you do encounter a little bit of fog out the door this morning. 69 in Shreveport and Texarkana, 70 degrees in DeQueen, 67 in Marshall, 69 in Natchitoches. Probably with temperatures this warm, you're probably not going to need a light jacket out the door first thing this morning. And as soon as that sun comes up, I do expect that temperatures will jump. By 8, we'll be at 76 degrees. By 10, already near or above 80 degrees. Then by lunchtime today, it could already be flat out hot with temperatures approaching 90 degrees. But keep in mind, it's going to feel even hotter than that. First thing this morning, probably not going to need the umbrella, but you will notice that our rain chances will increase by lunchtime, and they'll continue to go up this afternoon. We'll talk about where the best rain chances will be this afternoon, this evening, as well as more rain that could impact your week coming up in just a few minutes.
James, thanks. New details this morning. Shreveport police, they arrest someone following a deadly shooting Sunday. It happened along Blom Boulevard. That's in the Brookwood and Southern Hills subdivision. Police say Richard Gross was shot in the back and later died at a hospital. Right now, we are working to get more information about that arrest from police. Coming up at 6:30, Shreveport police investigate an officer-involved shooting that left a man dead at an area casino Saturday. Those details, we'll bring them to you in just minutes. Developing this morning, the search for a missing girl, Malia Davis. It brought investigators rushing to the Arklatex Friday. Authorities reported the 4-year-old missing for more than a month. Law enforcement agents discovered a child's remains in Fulton, Arkansas, but have not confirmed whether it is Malia Davis. Investigators swarmed Arkansas after a community activist revealed Malia's stepfather confessed to dumping her body.
He pulled over in Arkansas, got out of the car, walked off the side of the road, and dumped her body off the side of the road. He says it was an accident.
Once again, medical examiners have not said whether the remains belong to Malia. Now, Darian Vance is behind bars this morning, charged with tampering with a human corpse in connection to this little girl's disappearance. This is a very heartbreaking story. Hard to just even see her beautiful image there. We have been following her disappearance since authorities issued that Amber Alert in early May. Now, we have updated every step of the way in the developments on our KSLA News 12 app. You can read more about it. All you have to do is search the words Malia Davis. This law enforcement officer finds himself on the other side of the law. State troopers arrested 51-year-old Jeffrey Peters, a lieutenant with the Shreveport Police Department. Now, many of you are talking about this on social media this morning. He's accused of driving under the influence. We're told Peters failed to use his signal while changing lanes, prompting that traffic stop.
Happening now, President Donald Trump arrives in the United Kingdom this morning for his second state visit to the country. However, his trip to the UK comes with a little bit of controversy. Just before landing in the United Kingdom, President Trump fired off this tweet at London's Mayor Sadiq Khan. Now, Sadiq Khan is an outspoken critic. He tweeted, Sadiq Khan, who by all accounts has done a terrible job as mayor of London, has been foolishly nasty to the visiting president of the United States, by far the most important ally of the United Kingdom. He is a stone-cold loser who should focus on crime in London and not me. Now, the president is expected to meet with the Queen for a state dinner. He's also expected to meet with Prince Charles for tea. And on Wednesday, he's going to be heading to Normandy, France for the 75th commemoration of the D-Day landings from World War II.
Christian, thank you so much for that update. It is 6:05. One district attorney in East Texas wants to give people a second chance. The office is offering amnesty for writing bad checks. KSLA News 12's Miranda Whittington is live outside the courthouse in Marshall. Miranda, the DA told you a lot of businesses in that county, they're owed some money.
That's right, Adria. Since the early 2000s, District Attorney Reed McCain says they have over $1.2 million worth of hot checks here in this county. So he wanted to create this amnesty period so that people who have written hot checks or bad checks can just come to the courthouse, pay off what they owe, and so those businesses can get their money back. Now, I spoke to a local business here in Marshall who says they've been affected by bad checks over the years. The business owner told me that one of those, she said a couple had came in and wrote her a bad check for up to $600, and she says to this day they still haven't paid that money back. She also shared how those who write hot checks end up affecting business owners.
Money to pay the rent, you don't, or your utilities, or your employees. You know, it takes away from your business.
Now, we did talk about that amnesty period here in Harrison County. I'll let you know what she thinks about it coming up. Live in Marshall, I'm Miranda Whittington, KSLA News 12.
Looking ahead this morning, the Shreveport Bar Foundation Pro Bono Project. They're going to provide free legal advice in about 2 weeks. It'll be in June 17th on Texas Street beginning at 5:30 if you're interested.
I know it's just materialistic things. It just takes a toll on you.
Happening at this minute, flooding near record levels as part of the Arkansas River continues to rise, leaving hundreds emotional, as you can see there, also coping with the damage. Take a look at this new video. This is a levee breach along Hollow Bend, Arkansas. That's about an hour and a half north of Hot Springs. The Arkansas River has reached its highest point since 1945. As water levels continue to rise, it's serving as a test of strength for these levees. For those caught in the midst of this, it's also testing their faith and importance in family.
We have just been really trying to focus on what is going on, what's good, what we can make lemonades out of lemons.
If I didn't have them, I don't know what I'd do. So
You guys all got to stick
I'd probably
together.
be at the shelter or something right now if I didn't have family. So it's great having family around.
According to NPR, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson estimates high water costs the state's economy $23 million per day. A lot of people affected there. This morning, we checked on river levels and levees in South Louisiana, which is also being affected here. The Army Corps of Engineers and the Coastal Authority says levees across South Louisiana are in good shape despite the high water. They also say the delay in opening the Morganza spillway shouldn't cause any damage either. The last time the Corps opened the floodgates, it was back in 2011. And they say the levees are actually holding stronger now than back then.
Adrian, it's good to hear considering the very serious situation happening north of us. Good morning. Your time is 6:09 right now as you wake up with us. You're taking a live look at Pines Road. Very little traffic on the roads at this hour as people get ready to head to work this morning. And the good news for you is we're not seeing any major issues that will hamper your commute this morning. Make it a great start to your Monday.
We do have a quick traffic alert we do want to tell you about if you're driving in Caddo and Red River parishes. State leaders, they plan to clean up train derailment along Highway 1 between Robinson and Yearwood Road. Now, this derailment happened early in May. We've been telling you all about it. They plan to reduce traffic to one lane from 7 to 4 today, so that will affect your commute. Virginia Beach remains a city in mourning today after 12 people lost their lives. New details about the man authorities say carried out an attack. And new this morning, if you're looking for a job, why moving to Texas may not be the prime choice.
Many of us will need their umbrella this afternoon, but more will need it as we head towards the middle of the week. We'll break down our next big weather maker coming up in your forecast.